For my fans and me to interact, make art and have fun. It's a one-man show and entirely free. I do it every single week except some. I'm waiting to go, it's all live and online, so you should stick around and say hello. Are you feeling creative? Cause now's the time. Welcome to the Most Week Show.
I am not me. I am art. And I am welcoming you, to the Most Week Show. You are here with me right now. And I thank you for that. I thank you for being here, and I thank you for being you, quite frankly speaking, if I can say that, right at the top here, right at the top of the show. I thank you for being you. If we were allowed to be together physically, I would show my appreciation physically with a hug, with a kiss, or by strapping your wrist to my wrist and running 100 meters as fast as we can, even though you're blind. You're just going to trust me so much that you will run as fast as your legs will carry you, as long as you are tethered to me. That's just wow, guys, in any language. That's special. As 'tis, the best I can do is raise a glass to you. You can raise a glass to me as well, if you like. If you like, we like to start this show off with a toast, because it just brings everybody together as one. So we're all doing the same thing. I'm just going to tilt that up. There we go. We're all doing the same thing as one, no matter where in the world we are. Is that special as well? That's up to you, but the answer's yes. Here we go. To Dr. Ludwig Gutmann, the man who first had the idea of creating an elite sport competition for people with disabilities that would be the equivalent to the Olympic Games. The first event was only for veterans of World War II with spinal cord injuries, hence the name Paraplegic, Olympic, Paralympic. And the only countries to compete were Britain, the Netherlands, and Israel, so I can only assume, with all respect to my Dutch and Israeli acolytes, that the Brits absolutely dominated. To Dr. Gutmann! Got to double dip for that first one, guys. Got to double dip. Wow. Wow. Look at all of this. Look at what's happening. Look at how wonderful this world is. This world that we live in. My goodness. How are we all doing? TB Douglas, hello to you. SJBeck72, hi weaklings, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you. It's the happiest way you can spend your Sunday is with the Most Weak Show. You know it. I know it. And one day soon, the entire world will know it. GFOUK_PP. It's a name that doesn't run off the tongue, but I really do appreciate you following me. Thank you so much. That is, as it says in the chat, as it said on the screen, clever. Clever. Hello, weaklings. My word. My word. We are back here again, celebrating sporting achievement, guys. We're celebrating sporting achievement. Again, it only happens once every 4 years, so when it does, you gotta jump on. You gotta jump on, okay? For fear it will pass you by. Sporting achievements, soaring accomplishments, heart-wrenching failures. Yeah? It's all part of the maelstrom of emotion that created the Olympics and the two-part exploration thereof that we went through together only a few weeks ago. Well, just like a Christopher Nolan film is always followed by a lot of questions, debate, and eventual shrugging, so too the Olympic Games are always followed by the Paralympic Games. And for my money, the actions of the Paralympians are even more inspirational than those of the Olympians. But here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing that I learned during research for the show. Yeah, I research. I found out an interesting fact. You're not actually supposed to call Paralympians inspirational. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. You shouldn't do it. It's not the done thing. But why? You might very logically ask. Well, you calling a swimmer who has no arms inspirational because they have no arms, and let's face it, swimming is bloody tricky at the best of times, all you're doing is drawing attention not to their accomplishments, but to their disability. That's the issue. It's not about the disability, it's about the achievements. And also, if you call someone inspirational, then you should be inspired to do what they do. I could call our hypothetical armless swimmer inspirational. Sure, I could, absolutely. But they certainly haven't inspired me to get into a pool. I haven't taken a gulp of chlorinated water in years, and so that would make me a hypocrite. A hypocrite. So with that in mind, my goal, my little goal, I like to challenge myself, my little challenge for this episode, I will attempt to go this entire episode without describing any Paralympians as inspirational or brave. Similar deal. even though by most metrics they are. That was the last one, though. That was the last time. That was the last time. So I hope you will join me in this celebration of the games of the Paralympiad, okay? It's going to be nothing but celebratory. Not inspirational, celebratory. Sorry, how celebratory? Ooh, that's a great question. That is a great question. I would say as celebratory as the family simile. Family simile. What will the answer be? As celebratory as what? That's right, guys. It's family simile. It's time to get involved with the show by thinking of a creative way to finish off this simile right here. As celebratory as. This segment's all about pushing forward the boundaries of language, guys. So really engage your imaginospheres to think of something unique. As celebratory as what? Is it as celebratory as a young man with his life ahead of him who's just been told by Maury that he is not the father? Is it as celebratory as a teacher on the last day of the school year? Or is it as celebratory as anybody, at any time, drinking a milkshake for any reason? I don't want to do your work for you guys, but really get creative, really get in there. And at the end of the show, I'm going to pick a winner, and if that's you, your name will go on the ticker below for next show. It was definitely not due to last episode with as positive as a positive pregnancy test of someone who has always wanted to be pregnant. It's a wonderful simile. Wonderful, wonderful simile. Getting pregnant must be such a relief for those who want to get pregnant. First of all, there is, of course, the confirmation that your biology is, ticking over as it should. That's always feeling good. Then the realization that even after you've left this earth, there will be a little bit of your DNA still making a mark on the world. That's what we're all gunning for, isn't it? That's what we're all gunning for, a legacy of some kind. Luckily for me, I will have the most week show online in perpetuity, or at least until YouTube and Twitch disintegrate. As if that'll ever happen. And then thirdly, that you now have that thing to give your life meaning and your money somewhere to go. It's all positive, guys, all of it. Anyway, write a simile and get it in the chat. Oh, get it in the chat. Get it in the chat. What are we doing? What are we doing? We can do it. 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 Get it in the chat. And it could be you on the ticker for next show. Let's get back to Maine. Let's get back to Maine. How are we doing here? How are we doing here? Emma Acton. I was inspired and went swimming today for the first time ever to like an actual swimming bath as an adult. That's exciting. Cameraman George straight in there. Hey George, how you doing, babe? Good for you. Did you enjoy it? M replies, yes, I did, thanks. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. M doesn't specify that she was inspired by a Paralympian, but for the sake of the coherence of this episode, I'm absolutely going to assume that the answer is yes. Without the Paralympics being on, no chance in heck that M would have gone swimming. So, this is a celebration of the Paralympics and of Paralympians. So what we're going to be doing here periodically throughout the show, I thought we'd just kind of spread. It's kind of a what's it? A well done you, I suppose, in some way, shape, or form. But I thought I'd just spread it out over the entire episode, and I'd celebrate. I'd celebrate some Paralympians. So we're going to celebrate a Paralympian right now. This guy right here. Is called Shingo Kunieda, and he competes for Japan, and he won the men's singles wheelchair tennis gold medal, and this is after a very injury-plagued 2017. So he fought his way back, made it back to the Olympics, didn't get on the podium in 2016, again because of injuries, but he fought his way back, and he won the gold medal in this past week. I think it was just yesterday, actually, maybe the day before, at the Paralympics. This adds to his 3 golds and 2 bronze medals over 4 previous Paralympic Games, right? I mean, this guy, super duper insensitive. This guy's super insensitive. Shingo, famous for his lack of tact, often rubbing his gold medals in the faces of the other competitors who did not win gold medals. Literally, often just smushing his gold medals into their cheeks. Very insensitive. But still, well done, Shingo Kunieda. Very good job. Yep.
You wrote down some words, and I'll never forget them. I love them all, even if I don't get them.
Here we go. Should we get some music? Should we get some jazz club music? Oh my gosh, I think we should. Oh, we got to bring this a little bit closer there. Yeah. Hey guys, welcome once again to Acolyte Poetry Corner. It's the time of the show where we open the doors to this wonderful little poetry cafe known as Acolyte Poetry Corner. And we enjoy your words, guys. The words of all of you coming up and saying, hey, this is who I am. This is who I am through words. Yeah? I like that a lot. We had a trio, yeah, of wonderful poems coming in this week. I was very, very excited for. The theme this week, guys, was, of course, as you all know, adversity. And yeah, we really attacked it. We really attacked that adversity message this week, and I couldn't be more proud of the poems brought up by each and every one of these successful poets. So we're gonna kick. Who are we kicking off with? Blank square to my left. SJ-Beck72, yeah. SJ-Beck72. SJ has come in with a haiku this week, so let's see what we've got. Here we go. You're just going to turn that down again a little bit. It's quite loud in my ears. I'm not sure how it's working with yours, but it's SJ-Beck72 with an untitled haiku. Here we go. Definition of adversity overcome. Paralympian. Now, we've all got our preferences, guys. We've all got the things in life that we just like. Sometimes it's difficult to really quantify them or explain them. Sometimes something just gets you in your heart, and it just sets it on fire, sets it aflame. One thing SJ-Beck72 has done here that I really like is I like a haiku, obviously being 5 syllables, then 7 syllables, then 5 syllables. Is having a 5-syllable or a 7-syllable word taking up the entirety of a line. Love that. Paralympian. 5 syllables, that's a whole line. Love it. And this couldn't be more on topic. Definition of adversity overcome. Paralympian. Not inspirational though, SJ Beck, I have to say. Not inspirational. I can't stress that enough. I really can't. I could try, but I would fail. Wonderful work though by SJ-Beck72. As ever. I mean, gosh. Thank you very much for those words. Who have we got next? Oh, we got TB Douglas coming up next. We got TB Douglas. Let's see what TB's got to offer. This is entitled Paralympian. Style, grace, resolve. Athletic victors dissolve doubts and go for gold. TB! TB here, disrupting the form. Really playing with the form of the haiku. Haiku, as we said, only rules 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables, 3-line poem, that's it. But TB says, could I put a rhyme in there? Could I go AAB rhyme scheme? And the elders, the fussy elders who sit at the table, sit at the table of haiku rulemaking, you know, stroke their beards and I'm not sure this is allowed. Yeah, it is allowed. Haiku elders. TB's just made it allowed. Resolve, dissolve. Beautiful. The fact that it just pops that doubts word onto the third line, no problem. No problem. TB is owning it. I enjoy that very much. That's wonderful work from TB. Thank you so much. And that is entitled Paralympian. Just trying to copy and paste this over here. There we go. That'll do. Wonderful stuff. And finally here, M. Acton. Everybody's watching. That's exciting. That doesn't always happen with that Light Poetry Corner. Everybody who's written a poem is watching. That's lovely. That's lovely to see. Let's see. I got rid of my chat there. Yeah, everybody's enjoying the poems. Oh, silently. Nobody's mentioned them at all yet. That's fine. It's gauche to clap yourselves, isn't it? It's gauche to clap yourselves. Here we go. Let's see how we go. 5:40. Yeah, we got time. M. Acton. Let's see what we're doing. This is not a haiku. Those who cannot walk can still have rhythm in their bones. Those who cannot talk can still have friends' names in their phones. Those who cannot see can still have light shine in their hearts. Those who cannot afford things can carry happiness in their shopping carts. Those who cannot hear can still have music in their souls. Those who cannot read can still reach all their future goals. Those who cannot cope can still survive with love and care. But those who cannot respect or accept are the ones for whom we should worry and despair. The future is not written. Adversity can be overcome. Just remind the children of tomorrow that life throws different challenges at everyone. M. Acton. Good gracious, bringing that feeling and bringing that emotion. Just taking care of all of the adversities. Can't walk, talk, see, afford things, hear, read, cope. Absolutely fine. There's stuff that you can do. You can still be everything that you need to be. There was a quote that I read this week from somebody, one of the Paralympians, that said, a lack of, what was it? A lack of desire or a lack of hope is the only true disability. And I think this poem really hammers home with that. That was really, really nice. Love that, Emma Acton. Yes, life throws different challenges at everyone. Absolutely. For me, technical challenges. And, you know, going to the hospital, getting a steep medical bill, and then having to get a full-time job. Those are my challenges, guys. And they're as valid as anybody else's. I want to say a big thank you. Big thank you to all of the poets for your words, for your lovely, lovely words that you have blessed us with today. Absolutely fantastic. Really, really enjoyable. Oh, love Acolyte Poetry Corner. Love hearing your words, guys. Love hearing your words. Let's go back to main. Let's see what you guys are saying. People getting involved with the family simile. Perfect. If you haven't done, as celebratory as what? That's up to you guys. So we've got another Paralympian to celebrate here. Another Paralympian. Who's this cheeky chappy? Look at his smiling face. I assume he's somebody who's doing pretty well at Paralympianizing. And absolutely right. You're absolutely right. This young chap is called Marcus Rayne, who competes for, as his jersey would indicate, Germany. So Marcus had his right leg amputated below the knee after a wakeboarding accident. And then he started competing in 100 meters running. in the the relay, that's the word, 100 meters relay and long jump, where he is nicknamed the Blade Jumper, which is incredibly cool. He won the men's long jump in Tokyo 2020, taking his gold medal tally to 4. This guy has won 4 gold medals. How insubordinate. Very insubordinate. Marcus often flouts rules and is a known troublemaker, especially in restaurants, where he is known for ordering off menu, smoking in non-smoking areas, and singing loudly, disrupting the eating experience for other diners. Very insubordinate. But a great Paralympian, so well done you, Marcus Rayne. What have we got next? Oh, very exciting, very exciting. TB Douglas, seems like you're making these facts up. I think that's... I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. If you think I'm making these facts up, then you're more than welcome to Google them and see. If you speak to anybody who has been in a restaurant with Marcus Rayne, they will tell you very insubordinate. Very insubordinate. Speak to his mother. Speak to Frau Rayne. And see if I'm making these up. Frau Rayne will tell you. You tell him to brush his teeth. He's going to go for a run in the garden. So, very excitingly, we have got some quiz action coming up, guys. Now, this is more... we tried that other quiz thing before, and it worked pretty well, but it didn't show up in the video, in the subsequent video. And I just care too much about you guys, the people who are watching this video in the future on YouTube and Twitch. Because if I'd done the quiz the previous time, as you'll see in a few episodes before, there's nothing showing up here. So you just get the audio experience of a quiz, which is not as satisfying. I want you to be able to compete as well. So we're going back to the I am smart type situation. And I was going to try and shorten the I am smart intro to make it a more acceptable transition, like with the, Acolyte Poetry Corner, Art Bet or whatever. They tend to be, about 10 seconds long. This one's a bit longer than that. But then I thought, well, it's a great intro, so let's just do the whole thing.
Are you stupid or something? You probably are, and buddy, that's alright. You're in the right place to learn some stuff, so stick around and you just might. My name is Notme, and I'll be asking some Q's, and at the end you'll be riddled with A's. You might score real high, but even if not, you'll sure be glad you played. If you're looking for prizes, just move along, there's no money for you to earn. You win by trying and doing your best, your prize is the stuff you learn. If you want to be an artist, you have to know all you can about the world of art. So engage with this quiz, and at the end you'll say, I am smart.
There's the transition. It just didn't really stop, did it? It just kind of went on and on. So this is welcome to I Am Smart. I don't have the jacket on because it is still very warm. Maybe if we get to the winter and we're still not doing this as its own thing and still having to do it in this way, maybe we'll have the jacket. But for now, we're not having the jacket. So, as for those of you who haven't seen the I Am Smart before, each of those words that was cascading across the screen related to a quiz round that we would have on I Am Smart. So lots of different rounds that required lots of different things from the people playing it. For this, because it's only one segment as opposed to a whole show, we were doing 3 rounds. Well, we started doing 5 rounds, and that was really long. Then we just narrowed it down to 3 rounds. And now for this, because it's only a segment, we're going to be doing 1 round. So I need to work out what round we're going to be doing. So it could be any of those. Let's see what round we've got to play this week. Yay or nay? Yay or nay? I'm going to give you 5 statements about the Paralympics. Thank you, Selector. I'm going to give you 5 statements about the Paralympics, and you just need to tell me very simply, yay or nay. Do you believe them? Are they true? It's kind of like true or false, but it's called yay or nay. Now, don't put them in the chat. Don't put this in the chat. Just write this down on a piece of paper or on your phone, or just remember it if you want. I mean, there's only going to be 5 questions, but there's also going to be a musing you'll need to answer as well. Okay? So, without further ado, gosh, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've done I Am Smart. I'm excited about it. Statement number 1. Again, don't write this in the chat, because you're just going to be giving the answers to your fellow competitors. There are 4 official Paralympic values: courage, determination, inspiration, and equality. Do you think that's true? Or do you think that's false? Do you think that's true? Yay? Do you think that's not true? Nay. Yay or nay? Very simple. Very simple, very straightforward. Monkey Pixie Funk, don't pop it in the chat. I did say that. I did say that a couple of times. So I'm just going to say once more for your edification. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Because you might be wrong. You know? You might be absolutely wrong. It might be a situation where you couldn't be more wrong. Maybe there are more than 4 Paralympic values. Maybe 3 of these are the correct Paralympic values. One of them is not the right one. Maybe, you know, just write these down, or as I say, keep them in your head, whatever you want. Let's move on. Statement number 2. The USA are, as of Saturday, I haven't checked this morning, I was very busy. The USA are, as of Saturday, atop the overall medal table. Yay or nay? Are the USA, are the Paralympians of the United States of America the best Paralympians in the world? Interesting fact, I was, when concocting statements for I Am Smart, I was considering at one point I noticed, oh my gosh, the Ukraine have considerably more medals in the Paralympics than they did at the Olympics. They didn't do very well at the Olympics. They're doing really, really well in the Paralympics. Like 12 goals or something. Crazy, crazy. But then I realized that there are far more Paralympic medals, period, full stop, than there are in the Olympics. And so pretty much every country in the entire world does better at the Paralympics than they do at the Olympics. So then I went with this one. Statement number 3. Here we go. Yay or nay? Tokyo 2020 marks the first time that badminton has been included in the Paralympics. Yay or nay? Or yay or nay? What do we think? What do we think? Nice reminder to get involved with the family simile, if you haven't already, as celebratory as. Still time to get involved with the family simile, as celebratory as. Statement number 4. Yoko Ono created a 14-minute dance and music performance that featured in the opening ceremony. One of Japan's finest artistes, Yoko Ono, did she create a 14-minute dance and music performance that featured in the opening ceremony? Yay or nay? It's a binary choice, guys. Binary choice. It's either going to be yay or it's going to be nay. I can't make it any more simple than that. And the final statement of this I Am Smart, we should come up with a fun name for it, segment. The top 3 finishers in the T13, which is the vision impaired athletes categorization of the Paralympics, men's 1500 track event at Rio 2016. This is not this year, this is at Rio 2016. The top 3 finishers would have won gold medals had they ran in the Olympics. I'll read that one again because it's quite complex. The top 3 finishers in the T13, which is a vision impaired athlete, so the athletes who have difficulty seeing in various severities. Men's 1500 meter track event, and this is runners at Rio 2016. Had they run the same time that they did, but in the Olympics, with the athletes that can see fine, they would have all won gold medals. They would have all beaten the Olympic athletes. Can that be true? Guys, can that be true? It's very specific. It's a very specific fact. But have I sneakily made it specific to make it more convincing? You never know with me. You never know. I am a maverick. Okay? And there we are. It's exciting. It's exciting. I'm feeling excited, and I hope you're feeling excited also. So now we get to the point where those are all the questions. Those are all the questions, yay or nay, for all of those. We now get to the other part, because I Am Smart doesn't just test your brain, it tests your imaginosphere as well. And so this, musing, the answer to this, I want you to get it in the chat, as the emotes would suggest. The musing is this. And whilst you get your musings in the chat, I will go through the answers. So, musing. You get hired to rebrand the Paralympics. They don't want to hand out gold, silver, and bronze medals anymore. So what do you suggest? I assume using a dazzling PowerPoint presentation that they replace them with. So they're not handing out medals anymore. Paralympics are saying, medals, old hat, baby. We want to hand out something different. What do you suggest they hand out to the first, second, and third placed competitors at the Paralympics? Get it in the chat. I'll read that through once more. You get hired to rebrand the Paralympics. They don't want to hand out gold, silver, and bronze medals anymore. What do you suggest they replace them with? Get it in the chat as we go through the answers here. There are 4 official Paralympic values: courage, determination, inspiration, and equality. Yay or nay? The answer to that was yay. Indeed, they are the 4 Paralympic values. Well done if you got that one right. The USA are, as of Saturday, atop the overall medal table. Nay is in fact China. When I checked, the USA were 4th behind China, the UK, Team GB in second, and the third was the Russian Olympic Committee, or Russian Paralympic Committee rather. You don't get to call yourself Russia, you big cheats. Well done if you got that one right. Tokyo 2020 marks the first time that badminton has been included in the Paralympics. Yay! Yay! Along with taekwondo. It's the first time that taekwondo has been in the Paralympics as well. Number 4, Yoko Ono created a 14-minute dance and music performance that featured in the opening ceremony. Sadly, the answer's nay. I would have enjoyed that very much. Big fan of Yoko Ono pushing the boundaries of what is acceptable as art. I mean, maybe she did. To be honest, maybe she did. And they just said, you know what, Yoko? We're good. But thanks anyway. And number 5, the top 3 finishers in the T13 Vision Impaired Athletes Men's 1500 track event at Rio 2016 would have won gold medals had they ran in the Olympics. And the answer is yay. Incredibly, it was actually the top 4 finishers. But I thought the top 3 finishers might make it seem more like I had made it up. But yeah, they all did faster than all of the Olympic 1500 men's runners, which I think is quite incredible. So well done to all of those, and well done to all of you. Let's get some of these musing answers. Emma Acton says, puppies or kittens? Would they be branded? Would you get a gold puppy, maybe a golden retriever for gold? maybe some kind of grey, like an Australian hunting dog, the ones, the kind of greyness, and then bronze, some kind of brindle dog. Would it be color coordinated in that way, or would it be gold gets the cutest and then just works its way down, and the bronze is like, yeah, it's fine, but that's a great one. I like it. I like it. Cameraman Georgia, go chocolate. Dark chocolate for bronze, the worst chocolate. I think we can all agree on that. White chocolate for silver and milk chocolate for gold. I agree with your classification there, Cameraman George. That's a great one. Save a lot of money as well for the Paralympics. I assume that the gold, silver, and bronze medals are quite pricey. And so, yeah, that's a great suggestion. Lovely chocolate. Chocolate would get my votes as SJPEC72. GFOUK_PP Taekwondo was at the London Olympics, was it? Was I wrong with that? Oh, I've got to look into this now. But thank you very much for calling me on it. GFO. What do I call you? Gafook? Can I call you Gafook? Is that all right? I'll call you Gafook. Taekwondo Paralympics 2020. Oh, this is okay. According to the wait. Taekwondo is one of 2 new Paralympic sports at Tokyo 2020. Well, I'm just going on Olympics.com there, Gafook. But I appreciate that. I appreciate you calling me on it. But in this case, I have to rule that you are mistaken. TB, all expenses paid trips. They get a budget depending on their placing and can choose whenever they want. That's nice. That's nice. I like that a lot. And they can choose wherever they want. So gold medal, 10K, silver medal, 5K, bronze medal, you can just take a weekend away to the seaside. That's nice. Or TB, jumping in another one, cars. They get to drive off in them then and there. Now you're thinking, TB. Now you're thinking of the drama. You're thinking of the theatre of it. I like that. I like that very, very much. They get to drive off in them then and there. That's lovely. And they would, again, I think there would have to be a gold car, a silver car, and a bronze car. You could set up some kind of fake sunset or something they drive off into it. I don't know. Monkey Pixie Funk, hand out bonsais at different sizes. Bronze, quite small, silver, medium, and gold, really very big. Is a really very big bonsai a good thing for a bonsai? I will hold my hands up and say that I'm not particularly familiar with the rules of bonsai. I thought the joy of bonsai is that they were very, very small. So I would have thought that it would have got smaller. But if you the gold medal, you get such a big bonsai, it's practically just a tree. It's practically just a tree. But I like that. There's a sense of eternity with it. You're planting this tree, and then that's going to continue on. Gafook, my bad. No problem, Gafook. What would you give to the athletes, though, Gafook? That's what I'm interested in. If the athletes of the Paralympic Games in 2024, say, which I believe is in Paris, are not getting medals, what would you give them? Gold gets X, silver gets Y, bronze gets Z, I suppose, using that system. Also, I would like you guys to let me know how you did in this quiz. How did you do? So you get 1 point for each of those correct answers, including this. And do you know what the benefit of a musing is? Because it's from you, because it's from your imaginosphere, whatever you say for the musing, you get a point. So you've got 5 maximum points for the thing, plus 1 for the musing, so you get a maximum of 6 points, and really a minimum of 1, unless you're opting against going for the musing. So let me know in the chat what you got on this round of I Am Smart. I think that worked out pretty well. Guys. And I hope you think so too, because it's not the last time you're going to be doing that, because it does. I do enjoy writing the questions. TB Douglas got 4. Monkey Pixie Funk got 3. Cameraman George got 3. SJPEC72 got 2. Wow. I mean, statistically speaking, that's quite difficult. It is a 50-50 choice, and so you should really, with a guaranteed 1 point for the musing, you should be getting at least, I would say at least 3. But still, that's great. That's great. Well done, guys. Well done, whatever you got, because it's not about winning. It's about doing your best. And if you've all done your best, then you can all hold your hands up and say, yes, I am smart. Final part of this week's. Let's have another Paralympian. Should we have another Paralympian? Yeah, let's celebrate. Let's celebrate a Paralympian. This young lady, this heartbreaker right here, with shoulders to die for. My goodness, look at them. Is Tatiana McFadden. Competes for the USA. She won silver this year in the 800 meters race and gold in the mixed 4x100 meters relay race, taking her overall Olympic tally, if you can believe this, guys. I hope you're sitting down, to 20 medals, including 8 gold medals. She has won 8 gold medals. I mean, this woman, insurrectionist. She has been criticized for a number of years for handing out revolutionary pamphlets to other athletes in her events. Has Tatiana looking to break away from their country, saying, hey, let's not be from America or France or Papua New Guinea anymore. Let's form a new all-wheelchair nation in the South Pacific. That's her plan. Just looking to break down the whole systems of government across the world. So insurrectionist, but also really good. So well done you, Tatiana. Well done you, Tatiana. Let's go for the final segment of this week.
Art bet! To challenge yourself is artistic. Art bet! I'll give you options you can pick. Art bet! Take a guess, see if you won. Art bet! It's not for money, just for fun. Art bet!
Art bet indeed, guys. It's the part of the show where someone heroically takes on an art challenge. You guys have to make an art bet on what the outcome is. The art challenge cannot succeed or fail. I can't stress that enough. However it goes is however it goes. That's where the bet comes in, guys. Out in the field is our roving art bet reporter, Notme. So Notme, what do you have for us this week, you milky chocolate medal of a man? Topical. Because of what we said in the... What do you have for us, Notme?
Thanks, Notme. Today's art challenge will be undertaken by iamnotme. With this being the Paralympic-cavalcade, I thought, much with the Olympic-cavalcade, I should get involved. I should do one of the events.
Remember that?
So I set about writing down a list of ideas of Paralympic events that I could get involved with, largely involving blindfolds, tying hands behind backs, and a lot of hopping. A quick note at this point, I am so beyond any concepts of race or class or gender or disability that oftentimes I don't really even register that things could be offensive. It just doesn't pop into my head. But luckily, when I handed the list to cameraman George, he said some of these could be offensive, and by some of them, I mean, of course, all of them. So I thought, well, let's take disability off the table for a second here. Let's just take it off the table entirely. Let's think about, are there any events that take place within the Paralympics that do not take place in the Olympics? There's only 2. One of these events is called goalball, a very specific sport for the Paralympics, which is a form of football that involves a football that contains bells. So even if you can't see, you can tell where the ball is. Now, the issue with that one is that I would have had to buy a football and buy some bells. And at the moment, Money's Too Tight to Mention. Oh, money, 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 money. Which left the Paralympic sport of bocce. Now, you'll recall back in Seattle, I had a bocce court on my roof, not 2 minutes walk from the front door of my flat.
I will remember you.
In New York, my building's roof features simply the internet and electricity cables and a couple of dead pigeons. Also, I'm not allowed up there.
So we have come back to the site of my previous Olympic triumph, the long jump. To try our hand at bocce. Once again, we are avoiding all of the volleyball people to your left. There's a lot of energy there that I'm really not comfortable with at this point in the morning. Of course, with this being bocce, we need balls. We need real balls to be doing this event. I had the strange realization in preparing for this that I don't own any tennis balls. So for a jack, I'm going to be using a red nose. There's no clown connotations that exist within this bocce game though, so don't worry about it. For the balls, I had the very clever idea to use a lemon in a way to comment on when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade, which might as well be the tagline for the Paralympics, but unfortunately cameraman George enjoys drinking lemon water for his digestion. So all that I'm left with is a lime. It's like a lemon, but it's a lime. We'll be playing in this sand here. I will have 3 opportunities to get my lime as close to the red nose as possible. I shall be able to stop at any point, and designate that as my official entry, and I'll be attempting to get it as close to the jack as possible. That's my art challenge. Your art bet, very simply, how close will my designated lime be? Back to you, not me. It's hot. So there we go. There we go. It's a game of bocce involving a clown's nose and a lime. Classic Most Week Show. Classic creative thinking. Can you make your guess yet? No, you don't know all the details yet. You don't know all the details. Let's go for some things to consider, guys. Things to consider. Things to consider. Here we go. Things to consider. Things to consider, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Things to consider. Here we go. Things to consider. Thing to consider number 1, I will throw thrice, but only one will count, chosen after that throw. So basically, if I throw the first one and it's amazing, I can say, that's when I won. I will then throw twice afterwards to see whether I would have got any closer. Or if I throw after that first one, I can go again. But then if I get further away on the second and I never recapture that first one glory, that one's lost. Do you see? So there's an element of gambling here. You can take what you've already got, or you can try again for another one. Yeah? I assume we understand this. Thing to consider number 2. I will measure the distance with a cool app on my phone. That's pretty trippy. It's pretty cool. It's like augmented reality or something. It kind of, so you're going to see me like on the phone, and it like scans the thing, and it says, well, if this is here, then this is going to be here. I don't know how it works, but I know that it does work because I did double check it beforehand with an actual tape measure. It's real, like some boffins out there, real clever. Real clever. So that's what I'm going to measure the distance with. And even if it's not true, even if it's inaccurate, I'll be using the same measurement for each one. So it's, it's going to be consistently inaccurate. Let's say that. And number 3, to coincide with the Paralympics, all measures will be in centimeters. Apologies to any Americans who... centimeter is like an inch, but smaller and more logical, I suppose. So all of the measurements will be in centimeters. So those are all the things to consider. Here are your options. Will I get 0 to 10 centimeters away, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, or 40 plus? Let's see what people are saying. Super Nash 8, good one. Those games are impossible. Absolutely. Oh, for the M. Actons thing. Yeah, I get it. But this is also difficult. And so, however well I do, you know, it's going to be pretty impressive. Is Maple Panda getting involved with family simile? That's good. TB Douglas goes for a C, 20 to 30 centimeters. Okay. Monkey Pixie Funk going with a B, 10 to 20. I see. A little bit more confidence. M. Acton going a D. SJBX72 going a D. Possibly thinking that the lime is going to impact things. Maybe using a, you know, I did use the bocce up on the roof a couple of times, so my form is more with a proper ball. With the lime, who knows what's going to happen. SJBX72 going with a D, as I said. Maple Panda going with a B. Wonderful stuff. Lovely stuff. A nice little spread. Nobody thinks it's going to be 40 plus. Nobody thinks it's going to be 0 to 10. Okay. Let's see how we're doing, guys. Let's see what happens. The Roblet's going for C. Thank you, guys. Lovely to see you.
Thank you guys for making your guesses. I wish you all the very, very best of luck. I have my lime. It's looking a little bit ropey, so good news that we're making use out of it. I have my jack over here. From watching the bocce that I have, it's not really a this motion or a this motion. It's more of a this motion. So that's how I'll be attempting to, right? Yeah. Attempt number 1. That's not bad, you know. That's not bad, you know. So I have the option now to accept this as my final go or to throw on. I think getting that on my very first go, I think gives me a lot of confidence. And so I think I'm going to throw on, okay? I'm going to throw on.
Using the phone app there.
That was 19 centimeters, but that's immaterial at this stage.
That's gone.
Does this look sportsmanlike? If I'm spinning the... Don't give me that look. There's a divot. I think that's further away than 19, so guys, it's all down to this final throw. Is it called a bocce? I don't know. Let's try that. It's all down to the final bocce.
Final bocce, guys.
That was 32 centimeters, so quite a bit further away than that first one. Let's keep our fingers crossed that first one was not beginner's luck. Sweating. Can you get the sweat? It's partly the heat, but I'd say mostly the tension. Come on, God! What's exciting about this is that before, obviously with our previous art bet up on the roof back in Seattle, almost going with the second, that's one connection. Are you happy with that one, cameraman George? There's a nod and 2 thumbs up. Gosh, good gracious. Cameraman George actually did pretty well at the bocce, and so there's been an air this morning, an air of cockiness, of superiority. Nothing spoken out loud, but I've just got a sense. So this feels real good. Let's do the official tape measure.
That's 8 centimeters, guys. Jackanory. Jackanory. Congratulations to those of you who guessed correctly. Use this victory as a sign that the upcoming week is going to be your week. How could it be anything but? God is on your side. And clearly on mine, big guy. For those of you who didn't guess correctly, don't worry about it. It doesn't mean a thing. It's just a lime and a red nose. But what did we learn here today? Well, what did we learn here today? Well, as I wipe the sweat from my eye, disgusting, right? We learned, I believe, that even with a lot of naysayers, don't give me that look, because I know, I've sensed it, that you can achieve great things. In many ways, I am a Paralympian, because I can throw a lime at a red nose. And if that's not the Paralympics, then I guess I don't know what the Paralympics is. And there we go. Congratulations to those of you who guessed that I would do the best that I could out of the options that I was given, which is of course 0 of you. You, much like cameraman George, doubted me. And I feel so proud of myself that I was able to overcome those doubts. Well done, me. Thank you to it's Daniel Swan for asking for a color change for the bulb. I think a lot of people forget about the color change bulb, but not me. I mean, sometimes it's not working. But this week it is, and so I'm happy to make this green. Also, Daniel Swan requested a a 16-second chill dance party. The phone is weird, or it seems to be working okay at the moment. So we're gonna pop the chair to one side, and we're just gonna have a celebratory dance. And all of you, I think, need to cut loose with some emotes. Okay, so at your leisure, guys. Let's get emotive. There we go. It has been a while since we have rocked a 16-second chill dance party, and I have to say, it feels so good to be back. Thank you very much, everybody, for those lovely emotes. Gosh. Sad how easy it is to be out of breath. What do we have? Family simile results. Here we go. Family simile results. We had some great ones eventually this week. What do we got? Cameraman George, as celebratory as a dog's mood when you come home after having left for 5 minutes. Absolutely. Dogs are full of love. That's why I chose a dog to be my son. Also, I needed one for a music video. But the other story is more positive. M. Acton, as celebratory as the reaction when you finally win a toy from a crane in the arcade. My goodness. There's an air of celebration, an air of relief. Like a man being released from prison. A prison of his own making. There's a lot of drama in a crane toy game. But absolutely, when you finally get that... heart's going, you just moisture bursting out of you from every pore, and you just feel alive. But you need to pay for it. You really need to pay for it. So it's got to take you down before it brings you back up, like the Shawshank Redemption or Slumdog Millionaire. Great one though, Em. That's lovely. Is Maple Panda as celebratory as putting on your winter coat or picking up your winter handbag and finding a tenner in there? Absolutely. Finding money in winter clothes, in out of season clothes, is one of the purest joys. And by finding a tenner, it gives you the budget for a mild celebration as well. It's not gonna make you weak. It might make your day though. And you might think, gosh, what can I spend this tenner on? I could buy £10 worth of sweeties, or $10 worth. which would be less, unfortunately. I could just go to a pick and mix and just go nuts. Just go nuts. Big snakes, pink shrimps, banana things if they've got them. Not all places have them these days. Yeah, that's great. That's a great one. That's really nice. Monkey Pixie Funk, a celebratory as Cool and the Gang singing Celebration to you first thing in the morning, whilst handing you the best chocolates to eat for breakfast from a tub of celebrations when you realise it's a Saturday and not a work day. There's a lot going on here, Monkey Pixie Funk, and I really enjoy each and every individual element. Cool and the Gang singing a celebration to you first thing in the morning. That is very celebratory in and of itself. I mean, even if it's not first thing in the morning, if they're singing that to you, you're feeling great. Celebrate good times? Come on. Yeah, absolutely, Cool and the Gang. I am celebrating good times. First thing in the morning, whilst handing you the best chocolates to eat for breakfast from a tub of celebrations. Now, we've got a little controversy here, because I am going to require you to specify which are the best breakfast chocolates from a tub of celebrations. Celebrations, I believe, is the Nestle offerings with your Milky Ways, your Mars bars, your Snickers, etc., I believe. So please, in the chat, let me know what is winning that for you. What are the breakfast options from a tub of celebrations? And then when you realise it's a Saturday and not a work day, that in and of itself, if it was just that, you wake up, you think it's Friday, oh, I've got to get up. No, you don't, baby. It's a Saturday. That is one of the things that I'm looking forward to most starting a full-time job. Having that weekend feeling, you know? So that's great. However, they did come in very late in the day, and it's very long, and I didn't feel like I had time to type it all out. So instead, the winner, and very worthy winner, TB Douglas, as celebratory as a COVID-postponed wedding celebration with friends from all around the world. We are getting to that point, guys. We are getting to that point that this flippin' virus is hopefully getting punched back by the two fists of science and cooperation. Pow, pow, pow. And we are getting to enjoy things like weddings that were once denied to us. I hope this is an anecdotal, a personal anecdote for you, TB, and I hope that you will either be getting married or going to a wedding with friends from all around the world very, very soon, because that sounds like a wonderful way to spend your time. Well done, TB Douglas. Family Simile winner is you. Well done. Let's go back to Maine. Monkey Pixie Funk Maltesers teasers. That's great, because you've got the chocolate and you've also got the biscuit for a bit of roughage. That's lovely. So there's no home art this week. We'll be taking a break next week because I am exhausted. So I'm taking a break next week. And here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. I have got next week a job interview. Okay? Based on some of the feedback that cameraman George gave me and some of the changes that I made to my curriculum vitae, I have got a job interview next week, which has started me thinking, you know what? This is all kicking off. This is all happening now. I'm going to be getting my job soon. And I'm going to really need to commit to that job in order to really make the most of it. This will be the first full-time job I've ever had. So I need to really kind of knuckle down, at least for a period. So what that means is, this week, we've had the Paralympic-Cavalcade. We've had an incredible time. Next week, we're having a fallow week. We're going to all rest, recuperate, create some art on our own. The following week, we're going to come back, and then that is going to be, episode 21 will be the series finale. So we're going to be looking back over series 3, the first New York series. We're going to be looking back over series 3. We're going to be enjoying some of the highlights, replaying some of the things that we did that we really enjoyed. We're going to be having a lot of fun. And then after that, I'll be taking a leave of absence whilst I get to grips with, hopefully, a job that will be full-time and remarkably well-paying. That's what I'm hoping for. So, yeah, nothing next week. Week after, we'll be coming back with a vengeance with the series finale, where we'll be saying goodbye to Series 3 and looking forward to Series 4, I guess. When Series 4 will start, I'm not 100% sure yet, but I will need to take a few weeks off in order to do some prep work and create some real new exciting things for you. So I hope you're excited about them as I am. Keep your eyes on the socials this week. There will be some polls or some opportunities for you to get involved, to suggest things to... we'll be redoing an art bet and redoing a snap quest as well on the series finale. So hopefully you'll be able to get involved with that. Pick the one that was your favorite, and hopefully join me on the... When will this be? Not next Sunday, the Sunday after. Join me on the 19th of September for the Most Week Show Series 3 finale. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. We've got a final little Paralympian to celebrate here. This is, of course, Zara Nemati from Iran. She competed in Taekwondo before being paralyzed in a car accident. She now competes in archery, where she won the gold in the women's individual recurve in 2020, taking her gold medal tally to 3. Unbelievable. Competing in Taekwondo, having a huge accident, and moving into archery. You cannot stop her competing. So inscrutable. So inscrutable. Never know what she's thinking. She's smiling there, yeah, but she's always smiling. She's always smiling. She was smiling like that when she got fired. She was smiling like that when she got when she got a big tax bill. Big smile like that. What are you thinking, Zara? What are you thinking? Nobody ever knows. Nobody ever knows. Very inscrutable, but a great Paralympian. So well done, Zara. Well done, Zara. Oh, great question, M. Acton. Are you still doing a case of the pun days? I missed my Monday pun day. I haven't been doing a case of the pun days for the last few weeks because it takes a bit of time and I haven't been able to. But if I'm not doing the show, maybe I can bring a case of the pun days back. Maybe we'll do that more infrequently, every other Monday or something. Because it does take a while to respond to all of them. But yeah, I really enjoyed it as well. So I'll definitely consider that, M. Acton. Thank you very much for saying that you like a part of the show. Compliments are always welcome, guys. Let's not forget that. But that is it. Another absolutely inspirational episode over. Not because of the Paralympians, just because of the work that I did. A huge thank you to all of you for watching and engaging and making it, I think, the best very episode that I have ever created. I am Notme. I am Art, and I'm wishing you a very happy. I am wishing you a very inspirational and a very creative week. Fortnight ahead. I will see you on the 19th of September. Make a note of the date, the 19th of September, for Most Week Show Series 3 finale. Until then. George, should we have a showdown, I believe? Bocce versus Bocce. One man can win.
What a great show we've made just now. It was creative, live, divine. Huge wonderful words are going to take you back.